I'm using Stuart Brays flat mould, and I have a cup full of 99% alcohol and also Super Boldy's cap plastic. I have a consistency of half and half, and I mix that together. I also use Vaseline and gloves. So make sure you use the Vaseline, rub it into the mould, make sure you rub it right into the cracks and crannies, so it will be easily to remove once you remove the prosthetic. So the flat moulds I'm using today is Cutthroat and Vampire Bite by Stuart Bray, and I get these from Brick in the Yard. So what you want to do next is paint on your products that you've just mixed up and use a hairdryer in between. You want to do around 4 layers, and also find a paintbrush that you're going to dispose, because this will ruin your paintbrush. So next you want to use your silicone. So part A, part B. Measure these out with a scale, and then you also want to add some deadener. Deadener makes the silicone soft like skin. So you want to mix part A, part B, deadener with all the same consistency. I also use flesh tone silicone pigmentation, just to give that skin like. Mix them together and then pour. Once you're happy with the consistency of the pour, I would use a spatula to really push that silicone into the mould, and I would run it around to the edges of the mould. Just when it's dried, it's easier to remove, and you'll have a thinner line around the mould, so it will blend with the skin easy. Once that's dried overnight, I would use Johnson & Johnson's baby powder and a brush and slowly move that powder into the mould so it's easily to remove. So I'd still use the powder to remove the prosthetic, and this powder actually stops it from being sticky. And to store the prosthetics once you're finished, so they don't fold over, I would put them in a container with powder, so when they're ready to be applied, they'll be ready to go. So that's a flat mould using the products silicone and flesh tone pigmentation. Now to apply this to your model, I would cover the prosthetic with Brays, and to blend the edges I would use 99% alcohol, and then apply paint, a bit of blood, and it looks fantastic.